What is going on, everybody? Project Rod Rider here, and it is time for the final stop of the Arena Series. It all comes down to this: who will be the truck and driver going to the World Finals and getting promoted to the Stadium Series? Alien Invasion currently sitting on top with a comfortable 10-point lead after just absolutely dominating in Wichita. However, 4 events left, 4 more opportunities left to get points, so it could go either way. Although that big gap is going to make a big difference in whether or not Alien Invasion and S1E5 make it to the World Finals and get promoted to the Stadium Series. But enough of that for now, excuse me. Let's go ahead and move on to qualifying, as Backwards Bob already almost done, or just about done with their first go-around, with their first lap. Final Boss 100, hoping to score big. He's currently in last place, 23.25, but currently in last place and is facing elimination. You know the rules, or you know the deal. The truck in last place at the end of the season will be eliminated and replaced for Season 2. So, at this point, he really needs to get some points going and at least move up to get Stone Crusher down to last place and maybe get Stone Crusher kicked out. But who knows? It all comes down to this. But Backwards Bob losing control a little bit, rolling it over. I thought he was going to be able to save it, but no, a DNF for him for his second go-around, so we're going to go with his first time of a 23.25 as Stone Crusher comes out. Stone Crusher and Undead Elkins. Second to last place at the moment, looking to gain some more points in order to stay out of last place and face that elimination. So I'm sure he would love to come out and score high. But speaking of, and looks like we're going to have another DNF as he rolls over too. He's able to save it. Is he going to try to complete the run? No, he rolls it over again. So a DNF for his first go around. Hopefully, as we have a quick inspection of the truck, making sure everything's good. But hopefully everything's okay and he can come back, and he's good. Just cosmetic damage, nothing too major. He's going to go ahead and go for that his second lap. Second go around, but Stone Crusher was actually 6th in qualifying last time around in Wichita. Like I said, I'm sure he'd like to turn things around, get some points, score higher, or be faster in order to stay out of that elimination zone. Right now, the time to beat is a 23.25 that was set by Backwards Bob. This should be the last turn, and this will determine where he is in the leaderboards as of yet. And his time is a 24.10, not enough to beat out Backwards Bob. So Backwards Bob is still your leader as Crush Station and Drake Schmidt comes out. Drake Schmidt coming close to getting a racing win twice, if I'm not mistaken, and unfortunately has come short. But this is the last event, the last time to hopefully turn that around. He almost lost a little bit of control there, but he was able to keep it on all fours. Drifting around that corner maybe a little too much. That might affect his time. Last time around he was 3rd in qualifying in Wichita. Here comes his first time, a 24.46, so only good enough for last at the moment. Although he has one more opportunity. So long as he doesn't get a DNF here, he should be good and should hopefully get a faster time. So all comes down to this. Currently sitting in 4th place, but should be safe from elimination unless things just go completely south for him. Whoa, almost turning a little too hard there. Here we go. Here comes the last turn for Crush Station. I don't know if this time is going to be it, just because of how he was running it at Noah, 25.51. So not good enough. Let's go ahead and look at the current leaders. Backwards Bob still in the lead with a 23.25. Stone Crusher at 24.10. And Crush Station with a 24.46. So things are looking good for Backwards Bob at the moment. I don't know. Maybe things can turn around. This may be his opportunity to do that and to get out of the elimination zone. But here comes Son of a Digger and Arcanine59, who was 5th in qualifying last time around, and really just in terms of qualifying, he hasn't had the best consistency. He's always been one of the slower ones in qualifying, so I'm sure he'd like to end the last event being one of the faster ones, I'm sure. But here we go. Here comes his first time a 22.56, so it's enough to knock out Backwards Bob from that first place spot. So Backwards Bob is now in second place. Backwards Bob is now in second place. Kind of spoke that a little too fast. But here we go, going for his second go-around. Son of a Digger tends to be one of those trucks that unfortunately has gotten DNFs in the past. He's flipped over a few times during qualifying. That's really messed up his times. I think that just has a lot to do with why he's been so, I guess, poor during qualifying. But he's done well in racing. But here we go. I was just saying it. I guess I spoke it into existence. He's flipping backwards. Although he's able to keep it on all fours and finish the time. Not like it matters, though. 26.35. It wouldn't have helped his time anyways. But he's still in first place. At the moment, we have 2 more qualifiers to go. So, depending on how these two go, he may be able to turn things around. But Monster Mutt Rottweiler coming out now. And self-created. Was second fastest qualifying last time around. Has 2 wins under his belt so far. I'm sure he'd like to make it 3. Currently in second place. Again, has that 10-point gap between him and Alien Invasion. And I'm sure he'd love to close that gap and take the win and move on to the World Finals and the Stadium Series. 22.33, so I'm sure that is more than enough to knock out Son of a Digger, and it is. Son of a Digger was a 22.56, so already first place in qualifying. So this second run, you know, he could hopefully go faster, but if not, he's good where he's at. But anyways, if he is able to come back and make it to the Stadium Series, and trouble here, but it's okay. Like I said, he has the fastest time now, so it's okay if he has a little bit of a hiccup. But if he makes it to the Stadium Series and all that, depending on where Monster Mutt lands, if he ends up saving himself, then we'll have 3 trucks from the Monster Mutt family in the Stadium Series. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens with a 24.03 for Rottweiler. And here comes the last qualifier of the day, Cecily 96, Alien Invasion, your leader with the 10-point lead. Oh, man, I don't know how all this is going to go. But your current leader, as I've said again, has been dominating since day one and completely dominating Wichita, winning every event but one, but just barely lost a tiebreaker against Son of a Digger in Arcanine 59. But if she can keep her dominance during this event, that's it. She's going. She's punching her ticket in. A 22.78, good enough for third place at the moment. But she has one more chance, one more opportunity to get a faster time. So it all comes down to this. I got a feeling, though, if she does become the fastest qualifier, that's going to make the gap that much more bigger. And she might already punch her ticket early, regardless of the remaining events, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Coming around that corner a little too hot, she's flipping over. And that's going to be it for Alien Invasion, a DNF. So that means Monster Mutt Rottweiler is your fastest qualifier, getting those 6 crucial points. Son of a Digger second, Alien Invasion third, Bob fourth, Crusher fifth, and Crush Station sixth. So this is what your race bracket looks like going into racing. Monster Mutt Rottweiler and Son of a Digger getting the automatic bye runs into the second round. And this is where the leaderboards currently stand. Alien Invasion 80 points in first, Monster Mutt Rottweiler in second with 72. The gap has closed from 10 to 8. However, there's still 3 more events. So it's going to be tough. This is going to get very interesting. So make sure to stay tuned and watch out for racing and skills.